Guys, no doubt you've heard about the lawsuits that are occurring where there's a class action lawsuit that's targeting realtor organizations, MLS groups, large franchises. And what they're saying in the lawsuit is, hey, we didn't know when we were paying our fees that we were also paying the buyer's fees, or if we did know, it wasn't super clear to us. And what they're trying to do is to allow the sellers to stop paying buyer brokerage fees, or if they're going to pay them, to be clear about the payment of these things. Now, you might think, oh, this has been going on for years, and it has. There's been similar lawsuits over the last several years, and they've wound their way through the courts. But these are two new ones, and they're getting traction. In fact, there's been some settlements. The most recent settlement was with an MLS in the New England area who paid a settlement of $3 million to make this thing go away. The problem with this is that $3 million is being reinvested back in the lawsuit to go after other realtors and to make this lawsuit not go away. So when we are looking at our business model, we have to say to ourselves, what happens if the model changes? We've been operating basically the same way for 100 years in this industry. We've had the seller paying the realtor fees by and large. Now what's going to happen going forward is that we might suddenly say, uh-oh, we actually have to go back to the buyers and say, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, the seller's paying their fees, but you have to pay your fees at closing. And also you have to make a choice about representation. If you want me to represent you, we're going to have a conversation about that. You're going to sign a document, and you're also going to agree to pay me a fee at closing if I'm successfully able to find you a house that you like and we bring it all the way to closing. And they're going to have to be prepared for that. Now the good news is that lenders will generally finance that, but it's not automatically as easy as you might think. So these are conversations we need to start having. I'm going to tell you the first step for all of us. The first step for all of us is to have a buyer presentation. This means that we built a buyer presentation and we're delivering it to buyers every single time we have a meeting for the first time with a buyer. We just say, hey, can I take 5 minutes and kind of show you how I work? Do you mind if I show you my process, how I work with buyers? And you take 5-10 minutes and you just walk them through your process, your presentation. Just like we do with the seller, we walk them through a presentation. And at the end of that, we could say as simply as, you know, what I'm going to ask for in exchange for working with you is your loyalty. And we shake their hand, they shake our hand. That could be the starting point for us to start to get to this point where we're getting more and more comfortable having these kinds of conversations with buyers. Now the next evolution above that would be to have the buyer sign an exclusive buyer representation agreement. Some of you are already there, some states already require that, other states don't, but if you aren't there, it might be something that would be the next step for you, is to start having buyers sign that buyer representation agreement. For those of you that haven't done it yet, I'd recommend you get your ABR designation, your Accredited Buyer Representation designation. I taught that program for 10 years for the National Association of Realtors. It's a great program, and it will help walk you through this process and really get you in a position so you're not caught off guard if suddenly these lawsuits get settled and the whole industry changes overnight. And it very well might happen in the next 2 to 3 years that we might see a massive transition in the way that you and I are doing business. I hope this gets your thinking and really gets your kind of thought process in a different way and gets you in this process of starting to think a little forward, looking on the horizon. Guys, if you want a coach that's going to help you coach you through these things, join us over at eRealEstateCoach.com. I'd love to have a conversation with you about what we're doing over there. We got the Path Performance Coaching. It's 20 weeks of coaching with me one-on-one every single day for 20 weeks. And then we give you hundreds of downloads behind that, 3 live coaching sessions every single week to completely transform your business and get you to the place you deserve to be with your business. And the first 2 weeks is absolutely free. So check it out, see what you think. Have a great day. Good selling.